Stevian. The Gold Album, Love and War. So what the world you standing around for?
No more talking.
It's time we raise the score. Don't see.
Come on.
How can I breathe when you need pressure on me?
How can I breathe?
Let me breathe. How can I see when it gets pouring on me? Set me free. How can I breathe when your knees pushing on me? Let me breathe. How can I see when the gets pouring on me? Set me free. It's way past time to put the colonizers mark on the 1099 since the close that they burn. You can't deserve. It's the colonizers joke. Get that red urban match. I 800. That's 100 coming down on that edge. Watching others like a Judas inside the ring where we boxing and you can't land. Yeah, the Moors whooping that ass. The Indians whooping that ass. We beat them so bad. The elders pass gas when they land. More Roman, I land, but they Romans. They just like the romance. Cause we beat them with somebody like all the funky soul bands. Michael Jackson rebound. Winter riches from the rags. Now we talking to our great grands. All about this man. Emperor Stevian, the dominant colonizer running. With the race like Scarface and kill him and say that was fun. Still the king is who I be. So you can take it here from me so I can breathe. Quit the banks and freeze. And that's how you set us free. How can I breathe when they keep pushing on me? Let me breathe. How can I see when the death's pouring on me? Set me free. How can I breathe when your knees pushing on me? Let me breathe. How can I see when the death's pouring on me? Set me free.
You better set me free. Set all our people free. That's right, 'cause it's y'all who kept us without a key. Motherfucker. Locked down in the basement like y'all keeping them doggone children. That's right. All the 300 that was lost in Washington, D.C. R.I.P. Y'all got to know the citizens of schools, hospitals, y'all grocery stores. We're building a new Black Wall Street. That's right, for your eyes. It's no damn surprise. Coming at you 100%. 100 kids. Like he said, Plymouth Rock and land on us. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. No, we built the damn rock. And this thing right here don't stop. Keeping us on y'all slave ship. Fuck your ship. Waves up the sea. Waves up the water. We're back on the land. We're going to war through the paperwork.
Set me free.
That's right. We ain't talking about your Statue of Liberty. Or your Queen. Or your Madonna. Or your Jesus Christ. We talking about Emmanuel, the real one. And Elohim. You see, something we been seeing. That's right. Your fake religion. Fake food. Fake bond. Fake money. It's over. Free us. Let us breathe
All right, kings and queens, clash your swords. Yeah. You kings and queens already know
100 kings and 100 queens.
we got to show 'em. Yo. All right, coming in, dealing with the Afroman genius. I'm going to break down some that none of y'all have heard about the Afroman case. Since I'm a musician, he's a musician. See, we know these things. And now this right here is a play on public and private. Okay? I always tell y'all, Yusufville always tell y'all, keep the private private, keep the public public. You know the difference between public and private. Now, us musicians know the difference. Now, I broke this thing down to y'all before, and if y'all looking on the screen right now, y'all see the top 100 YouTube videos, and I'm about to get into that in a minute. All right? Which it should be number 1, and respectively number 2 as well, and 3 and 4. All right. So let me break this down the best way I can. Now, when you, I'm getting to the good part before I even get started, so y'all get it. And I'm about to get into some other things after I show these videos where everyone else been talking, all the big time news people. All right. You come into my studio, and this didn't happen in the music industry as well. When you use the record company's studio, their engineers, they record it. As y'all know now, today, the engineers get a portion of the royalties of the record sales. Why? Because you're in their private domain. So if the record company owns that studio and hired that engineer, that's one way that the record companies get control of the master. So let's go to Afroman. His own house, his place of business, where he do music, where he shoot his videos at, okay, some of his videos, not all of them, that's his private domain. Now, when you bring private, excuse me, let me back up. When you bring public, that's your public cops. Now, I want y'all to please write this down. They're public. They come into your private house. Really, you could have shot the hell out of them and killed every last one of them if you had a Uzi, because they bust up in a private domain. So don't ever think that, like the queen that they killed, when they bust down the door and shot her, they bust up in a private domain. So when they say, okay, they're out of in their jurisdictional standards, that's a lie. Because if you never had a warrant for that private location, you can be sued. There are forms with the federal government that you fill out to sue them. And if you have, like I told you, you need to have a copyright on your names, your property, all inside your home, your loved ones inside your home, the jewelry, all that stuff need to be on a Schedule A. Take an inventory of everything in your house. Put a value on it. Put it down as a collectible. They shot a hole in your computer screen. Okay, that's private. You killed that. You broke that. Now you got to pay for it. Now let me tell you how it gets serious. Say when you put it as a bundle, as a how do I say it? I forgot the word. But when you bundle it all together, okay, when you damage my computer, you just broke a piece of my network or what it's connected with. So now the value of that just depreciated based on you shooting that one computer. I got a computer hooked to another computer, then I got 4 monitors. So when you break that, you just hurt my monitors that I look at. Because now I got to get a new computer, hook that up. You see what I'm saying? So now there's work involved in that. There's a value on that. So now, you're bringing your public ass into my private domain. You're mixing public with private. So all y'all out there who want to know what's really going on and how he beat this case is because they mix public with private. Now, his private domain, he can record whatever he want to record. He can record porn if he wants to. He can, music-wise, video-wise, and then when they turn off his camera, he can sue them for interference with the private. See, he tried to go after the cops themselves. He should have went after the whole department because they were in error. See, I appeal the judge's decision if it was me. And I took it to a higher court if he wasn't already in the highest court. Okay, which I don't think he was. Because you interfered with his business. Those cameras is his business. So getting down to it, he got every right in the private. Now, it says on the copyright law that it does not have to be copywritten. 26 U.S.C. 1231 says if it's patented or not, meaning same thing with the copyright, whether it's copywritten or not. You can still be taxed on that. So what he needs to do, and I need to reach out to his manager them and let them know, hey, you can still tax them on the damage they done. Put a value on it and tax them. Because in your private domain, that is not the U.S. Where you're trying to run game on us is, oh, well, you're using a zip code. Or you're within the city limits. No. Inside my house, there is no zip code inside there. The outside of the home may be on that land, but inside is private. Everyone knows this. So when they mixed public with private, that gave him the right to use the footage because it don't have to be copyrighted, so it's already copyrighted once it's recorded. Okay? They kicked down the door, and the cop's sitting there looking like he wants a slice of that lemon pound cake. Okay? He got every right to release that footage because it's his footage. So whether it was copywritten or not, that goes into what? Fair Use Act, where you can bring that back out to the public. Get it? I hope that ain't fly over your head. But let me get into this. Okay? Now, this is YouTube Top 100 Music Videos here. In the United States, you got BTS, Ella Langley, that's the country singer. Afroman's number 3 with Lemon Pound Cake, and then he got Will You Help Me Repair My Door? What's funny about this is these songs were released 3 years ago when he started this case and stuff, and they, I guess, started one against him. Okay, so he got millions of views. When I looked at it the other day, it didn't have that many millions. But everybody's talking about this. And I said, let me meditate on this before I do a video on it. Because I'm not really the one that just go doing videos on other people. But this is very interesting because it's right down my alley. I know music. I know why he prompted himself to release the music, because it's no different from what I do. If I wanted to talk about the cops that messed with King Zetrock with the license, took his international driver's license, I can do that. Why? Because it has, on those international driver's license, it has the numbers that's according to our barcode. Okay? That's 650655847 number. So y'all holding property not just of King Zetrock, but of Cityside Records. And I'm coming for that ass. That's why I showed y'all the other day about the transmitting utility. Because something has been transmitted. Okay? So I'm going to use my utility to get my money, lawful money utilities. How about that? So let's go down here. Because I want y'all to look at the title of that song. Now, this was 3 years ago. Now, watch this. You're going to go to number 65. I think he's 64 or 65, respectively. All right. Fetty Wap is in there with Trap Queen. It's funny that his old music popped back up in there and not his new music. I guess people just looking for him. But anyway, Will You Help Me Repair My Door? That's 2 years ago. Okay? He did another official video. I didn't know you can have 2 official videos, but that one got 2.5 million. Now, we ain't talking about all the videos that the news have done, the fair market value. I mean, it's not fair market value, but Fair Use Act, because anything public becomes fair use. It really, and fair use is dealing with once it's copywritten. And remember, it's copywritten, so y'all won't sit up and try to correct me on it. Anytime you create it, it's automatically copywritten. Okay? So when I say Fair Use Act, it's based off the fact that it's already copywritten. And this is what I say about the Library of Congress. Okay? All right? Or the Copyright Office. And so number 66, because I got high, his old song popped back up in there. Because everybody want to know, okay, who's this Afroman? For the youngins that's on TikTok and all that don't know nothing about him. Okay? And I'm quite sure you got some more in here. Eminem, I don't know why Eminem popping back up in there. I'm finna look and see, because I know Afroman got to have another one in here. I'm just looking right now. But anyway, don't look like he's there. Okay. So those are the only 4 that's in there, but that's good. So we Coppertone, kings and queens, emperors and empress, have a win under our belt against these crooked cops. They done stay here for years. They done alt our people for no reason, busting up in their house, this and that. So I think it was Afroman said it, or someone else was saying it, that, yeah, I think it was Afroman. He said, yeah, pretty much let me know about what they doing so I can make a song about it. That's what he said. So I agree with him. You know, we should be making songs about these people, or what they do. Matter of fact, I need to make one for King Zedrock and come at their ass, okay, for what they did. But there's always 2 sides of the story, so I ain't going to jump on that yet. But as far as my barcode that they took, okay, because when you're holding that, you're holding closest King Zedrock, but when you take all of it, now you're interfering, okay, with our private, okay? And that's public now, so now we can bring it back to the public. When you mix public with private, pretty much it becomes public, okay? All right, so let's go on here. That's Ice Spice. I want to see what this doggone song was. I'll listen to that later. All right.
Salvation.
Listen to this. That's Wrong Wave. I'm have to. That ain't the one I want to listen to. But I want to start it off with Eddie Griffin and what he said. All right. So let me try. I got to pump this up a little bit so y'all can hear it.
Afroman won his court case, singing about everybody who was in that motherfucking courtroom. Check it out. I don't know what she was crying for. According to the song, she hated his wife. He had every right to talk about that spanky bitch.
So, this woman up here, this cop sitting up here crying because he put her in a song saying she ate his mouth. It's a win for us. All right, let me go into the next one. That was Eddie Griffin. This is DJ Academics. I'm just going to play some clips of him.
Oh, you used some even more footage for another song. Oh, wow. So that's why they're suing him. That's why they're suing him. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Let me see if I can get a breakdown on what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, he played this girl's video.
He's really in court. He wore all those, this wore a United States suit. Here you go. Rapper Afroman turned a police raid on his Ohio home into a viral music video, and now a jury is deciding whether that was protected speech or defamation, which is either the most American.
See, defamation is when it comes personal, not when it comes to you when you're on the clock. See? And he went after them in their public, in their public, how can I say public, whatever, public character, okay? And that means the whole police department or sheriff department would have had to sue him for interfering with commerce, which they're not going to say that because they would be exposed that they're just a business. Okay? There are different ways when these people message you. Yeah, you can, if they bust up in your home, they message you even in the public. You can still do it. Still make a song about it. King Zach Rock. You know what I'm saying? So, and then put it out there on the internet. Send it to them. Send it to the state. Send it to the judges. Send it to all their cooperative agreement partners and let them hear it. And then at the end of the song, say, give me my passport back. Give me my international driver's license back. You see what I'm saying? And then do a 1099A on them. 1099B, you got to do that because that's a transmitting utility. Okay? Go find their Duns and Bradstreet number. Take over the Duns and Bradstreet number after you send them to the cease and desist letter. Let them know, hey, you need to give me this back. If not, we will take control of your station, because I'll do it. You know me, I'll do it. I put a lien on the whole goddamn station. 1099A that joker, 1099B it, and if they don't pay the damn money for my international driver's license, you know that international driver's license copyright has a value on it. Your international driver's license number comes from your copyright. So if they took that license, then now it doubles. So now it's 200 million and 200 acres of land. So you should be going for that. Stop. This is what I always tell everybody. Stop getting inside your feelings. See, Afroman said he was mad, but what he did was he sat down, he meditated. He said he didn't act out of anger or anything. He did what was right. And when you sit back and you meditate on things, this is how you will approach these matters. You will always win. When y'all get angry with the courts or the judges or any of that, y'all always going to lose. Always going to lose. If I'm fighting somebody out of anger, I'm going to get my ass knocked out. Watch. I ain't going to say watch like it's about to happen. King, when you going to fight? I want to see your ass get knocked out. Because I hate you, King. I hate you. I know you do, but I love you. But anyway, so let me see this.
A legal case of all time, or a preview of how quickly going viral can turn into getting sued. You see, back in 2022, sheriff's deputies kicked in his door on a drug warrant, presumably expecting to find something dramatic, and instead found absolutely nothing. No drugs, no charges, just a very awkward exit, and unfortunately for them, a house full of cameras capturing the entire thing.
See? So, that was in his private, and so that means he got the right to use his private material and bring it out to the public for commerce. Now I hope y'all really see these deeds that I give y'all are private. They're private. But when you want to act out, do whatever you want to do, and I told y'all this, I will expose your private deeds and the IRS will come after your ass. So I'm the wrong one to mess with. And clear as day, Afroman understands this. He understands the difference between public and private, and that's how he won. That's why he was in court. I love the way he just stayed and stuck to his guns in court. Man, humble, very humble, and speaking the truth, okay? So when you bring it into the public, what you had in the private, you can make money off of it, okay? He don't know about the law for money, but you make money, okay? And that's what it's all about. So they can't be mad at him. He uses, and he's saying it's freedom of speech, but it ain't that. It ain't even that. It's the difference between public and private. That's why they dismissed his case, suing the public officers because they were in their public capacity working for the sheriff department. Okay, he would have to challenge the sheriff department for what they did to his home by mistake. So apparently his attorney did not approach this the right way. But they can still do it in a way where they can lean their Duns and Bradstreet number, and once they do that, then they won't be able to get any assistance from the government, because if they're on the, I think it's the inclusion list under the SAMS.gov site, they can't get any kind of finance from the federal government. Okay, so let's go over here to Roland Martin. And Roland Martin, just look at the numbers there. So just based off of, I gotta like everybody who talking about him. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I like Jim. Eddie Griffin, I like Jim. Okay. Just based off of the news, he's in the millions. He's definitely in the millions. I give it about 5 million, probably more. Just from me looking at all the different videos, hundreds and hundreds of thousands talking about it. So, Kings and Queens, this is a win for us. We all need to celebrate. Go out, get a drink, say, yes, we won. So this means that when they F with us in the public, any of you can go make a song dissing them mother suckers. Okay? Ain't damn thing they can do about it. And see, you got to understand also when he called out their names on the songs, that's the names that are registered with that sheriff's department. So that is a public name. That's not their real name. He didn't say the first, middle, and last. He didn't say with hyphens and colons. He called out the name that's attached to the public company that came in his private facility, okay, or residence. All right, let's hear what he has to say.
So much happening in the Afroman trial. We had to go ahead and go for a second day. For those who don't know, 7 white sheriff's deputies from Adams County, Ohio, sued Afroman, whose legal name is Joseph Foreman, for using footage from his own security cam.
I wonder if he related to George Foreman. That's a good one.
Yes.
Y'all look that up and let me know in the comment section.
In music parody videos.
Look at, he's so old school. Look at them cars.
Reported in a 2022 raid of his home. During the raid, the deputies broke down Afroman's front gate, forced open his front door while searching for narcotics. However, no drugs were found and no charges were ever filed against him. Well, yesterday, a jury ruled in Afroman's favor, concluding that he did not defame the deputies or invade their privacy. This is pretty funny. Here's just some of the arguments of the both attorneys. I'm just going to play a little bit of these.
Y'all really need to go watch that trial. I mean, this Coppertone man whoops some ass. I mean, the smarts, the humbleism. I mean, my God. I'm like, man, it's like y'all women are guys out there ever met somebody and they made your heart drop. That's to the point of him win. That's what I'm saying. Him winning this case makes my heart feel that way, because we've been getting our ass kicked by these people for so many years. Now we know how to really clap back at them. Even if you said a spoken word song, have some music behind it, release it in the public, you got them. There's no way you got to send that stuff to get up under their skin. See, because when he had that cop on the stand sitting up there crying, that right there let me know. That was like, and he's still sticking to it. We got some new songs that I'm going to get to. Let's play this.
One of them, we got to go to our interview. Go ahead.
When this trial started, I told you that it was about intentional lies that are designed to help them.
Okay. I don't know what happened there. Roland Martin, your stuff went out. They muted it out somehow. Let me go fast forward a little bit.
You would figure she would make up a believable lie, but she made up an unbelievable lie. I mean, she told him that I had a dungeon and I had kidnapping victims, and I don't have a dungeon or a basement or a kidnapping victim. So anyway, I guess she just wanted to get released. So she just made up this story about me. They let her go, and they came over here looking for whatever they was looking for. And
So wait, she made these things up.
Oh, I didn't know he interviewed, Roland interviewed him. I didn't know that because I know he was in the same area because I seen his plaques back there. TMZ interviewed him as well. So he's on TMZ as well. Let me see this.
And they believed her? Like, there was no investigation, and they roll up guns blazing, believing that?
yes, and if you go look at the videos I put out, like Lick 'em Low Lisa, if you go look at Brian Newland is a Flag, I have her in the end of those videos. She's saying things about the same officers that did the raid on her word on me. Like, you can go watch it, and it's just funny. And I got an investigation be opened up. Like, they're not going to run people on them like they ran them on me based on her words.
Now they sued you. Are you going to sue her?
No, can't. Can't.
I'm going to talk, it ain't over.
You sure ain't. Sure ain't.
I'm going to talk. And,
Go ahead.
I'm going to talk and see what I'm going to do. Right now, I'm just happy that I didn't have to pay no money and I can keep singing my songs.
So
I'm happy about that right now.
So, and by the way, he just did, I think he's still doing some stuff with Snoop Dogg them too. So he's still on tour.
So when did you drop the videos? Was it after the charges were dropped? Or, and what was that?
And we're going to get to the new video he got too.
Process when you sat here and said, man, I need to get their ass back. Let me figure out how to do this. Walk me through that one.
Okay. I was 65 miles away from home when I got the call that the police were at my house. I pulled into a gas station and got me a Mountain Dew. And I just sat there looking at my phone.
Now hold on. When you said looking at your phone, so you were looking at your security cameras. You're watching him go through your house.
So apparently they had already spotted and knew he had cameras. How in the hell would they know to go turn it off? Why would you turn it off? When you turn off cameras, like Academic said, that y'all didn't hear him say it, but he did say it in the video, that you're guilty of something.
Yeah. I was at a Speedway with a Mountain Dew pickup, like, well, thank you, Lord. I'm out the way. I'm all right. And I'm looking at them just go through my house and,
So first of all, how did they get in? So, wait a minute, hold up. I'm confused. They roll over a no-knock warrant?
Yeah, they kicked on the door. They was unsuccessful kicking in it's the first time I've seen cops unsuccessfully kick a door. They couldn't get my front door open, so they grabbed a battering ram out of the car, and they came through my side doors, which is more work because I got two doors on my side door. They could have just knocked down one and been in the house, but, they came through my side doors, and they used a battering ram, and they kicked in two doors instead of one, doing even more damage.
See, this is not even crazy. It'd be crazier than me.
Yeah, they could have pushed that door open. It was already open. All they had to do was push it open. They do shit just to make a mockery and say, oh, we did that. But now, a copper tone, one of us clapped back at their asses. So I'm so happy. You ever seen King Stevian happy? You see it now. I know you don't see it, but you feel it. Okay?
That's the second.
Go ahead. That's the second. Go ahead.
That's the second door they kicked in. I just seen you showing it. Yes.
So they got captain fatigue, assault weapons. So a woman tells them, oh man, he got drugs, he got a dungeon, he's holding people hostage, and they rolling up with the SWAT team.
I think that was one of his ex-girlfriends did that.
So,
yeah, it's that same thing you see on the internet. Somebody will just start. They'll be on. Sometimes they'll.
He always talking about signing a woman's titties. I think he didn't sign one of them women's titties. And then what happened was she got mad, and then she called on her. That's probably what happened. Yeah. Afroman, you need to check that out. Because I know you didn't want to sign them because her titties were sagging and your marker would have scrabbled all the way down to the nipples. But, man, you should have held one of them up and just signed the damn titty. That's all you had to do. But you didn't do it. And now the woman called him. Anyway, let me go on.
The guy will film the person that's on the phone, and the person to be on the phone exaggerating.
It's like swatting. It's like swatting.
Well, whatever you want to talk.
Yeah, it's called swatting.
Okay, this chick, she get busted with whatever she doing, and she want to get out of it. So she just, I'm Afroman. I sing about smoking weed. Everybody. I noticed how everybody think I got like.
Okay, so trying to turn the law away from you because you did something wrong, and you're trying to turn it on someone else. That's like saying pick the plank out of your own eye before you pick the dust out. This person's out here. So yeah.
Just tons of weed just because I sing about it.
No. That only happens if you're a University of Alabama basketball player, and you got bags of weed around the house, 2.1 pounds, which is 1 ounce under the actual law. Well, go right ahead.
Yeah, but like I noticed how I just noticed in life people think I got more weed than what I do. And so, like, yeah, they came up here thinking I got kidnapped victims, hog-tied and all kind of madness. So anyway,
Is that a CD plaque hanging from the ceiling there? Let me blow this up, because I wanted to put my plaques on my ceiling. I think that is. Yeah, because that's a CD. How you got that hanging up there? It dang sure a CD. It got a YouTube thing on it, so he already got a plaque. He wanted that to be seen there. And he got a bunch of them right there. YouTube. So all these plaques from YouTube got to be from these new songs that he did. Got to be. I mean, I actually like the album. I ain't going to sit here and lie. I really like the album. I like it because he's attacking them and the music that he used for the background. It ain't nothing like what all these rappers doing today. He just went back old school. He used a old R. Kelly track on one of them. I really like the album. And I got to agree with Joe Budden on this one. I'm going to go buy 2 of the albums. Yeah. And y'all support him too. Go find it, buy it, support this man. Dog, this is a win for us. Honestly, we can play his music, celebrate. Let me go on to the next video over here. All right. Your boy here is talking about him too. Xevi.
Meet Afroman. Now, if you don't know Afroman, you may know a song called Because I Got Hot. He sang that song. If you don't know that song either, don't worry about it too much. Afroman's a rapper with a problem. And that problem started when the Ohio police decided to raid his home a few years back. But the problem wasn't exactly the police searching Afroman's house. It's how they searched his house. And it started with them busting down his gate, coming in hot, full force. They said, whoa, let's go. Chief, I'm ready to go. Let's search for it. Say, what are we going in for? Chief said, huh? No, don't worry about that. You see, the search warrant was a little sketchy. And by a little sketchy, I mean really sketchy. So the police got a judge to sign off on an anonymous tip saying that Afroman was selling that stuff and he was taking people and locking them in his basement. Afroman don't have a basement. What Afroman does have is cameras, a whole lot of cameras. The officers are slowly moving through the house.
Let me investigate his house real quick. He got some stuff over there. He got a salt shaker on top of the refrigerator right there. The refrigerator and the top need to be clean right there. And, I got to look at that. It's kind of dirty. But anyway, it's okay. He got a small microwave. He should have had a bigger microwave, big as he is. But he probably eat on the road. I'm not messing with him. He got a pound cake, lemon pound cake right there. It look real good. I see the crumbs right there. Got a lot of crumbs. Look at him right there. Look how he looking. Look at that man right there. That's what he's talking about. Officer Pound Cake. Look how you looking at that pound cake right there. Look, see that? Boom. Boom. Like Superman beaming his rays. Right there. Let me go.
There's a spot something. I want you to look at his eyes. He spots the lemon town cake that sitting out there.
Man, look at that right there. Look at all them crumbs. Come on, hey, Afroman, you shouldn't have left that many crumbs. I'm telling you, when I eat it, I'm not leaving all these crumbs around here, bro. I'm going to eat all the crumbs and leave back up to the cake, chop it. Crumbs fall, I'm going to take that, because with lemon pound, I love me some lemon pound cake. Yeah. Oh, girl, you going to cook me some lemon pound cake? Go ahead. Send it. Let me tell you what it sends to. You're going to send it to, never mind.
And he's going, what, we're past this? The officer starts helping himself to a bite. He said, oh, see, they got cameras over here. The chief says, boy, I don't care. What's this badge mean? You protect and serve yourself a slice if you want to. You can do whatever you want. Officer Lemon Town, he said, oh, shit. Them boys.
Look at it. Oh, shit, I'm finna eat that cake. Cake. Matter of fact, I got a song called Pocket. I'm going to release it, the one with Jay-Z. I'm about to release that one again.
Through the house.
Matter of fact, I should play it at the end.
Taking money. They take $5,000. They said, let me put this in my pocket.
They said it was $4,000.
They start kicking down doors, breaking doors, laughing, flipping off the camera.
Look at that. He got a camera behind, in front of his monitor. So that makes sense. That makes so much sense. Wherever your camera is, so that way if anybody go in here and be pointing at the camera, he did right here. That's crazy.
Just in case, though, an officer said, look, let me shut off the camera system, though. Just because, we might be wild enough here. Let me shut this off. They shut off the camera system. The police don't find anything, of course, so they leave. Afroman.
Machine learning.
All right, so I don't like these commercials. Let me go on to the next thing here. Let's go into this, because he made a song called Brian Newman. Newland is a flag. I know he wanted to say fag. I don't know why he didn't just go ahead and say it.
I'm just going on record to say Brian Newland does sleep with underage girls.
Ooh.
Congratulations to the flag. Brian Newland is a flag. Use the flag.
Man, look at this. This is crazy. He got the people in the crowd. Now, notice, you don't see none of our people out there. Do you see any of our people out there? See who is supporting him? This is what I'm saying. And then I seen, majority of the news things I've seen are Caucasians. See? So that just lets you know that you have a lot of the Caucasians that stand with us copper tones. So when I say stop hating, because there are a lot of them that helped free slaves in the slave days. You just can't go hating every Caucasian because they're of a color. You don't hate nobody because of their color. You don't dislike them because of their color. You don't turn them away because of their color. Get to know their character. And then, hey, this will happen too. Look at that. Pedophile pilgrim. Heck no. Brian Newland stole my money.
Now he plays with little congratulations to the flag.
So he must have shot a bunch of video, because he got another video where he's wearing the same outfit. And see, this one made specifically for this song. So he shot all the newest videos, on the same day. He must have did it. He was so hyped up, he went home and made all these videos. Anyway.
It's a flag. Little stories. Now he plays with little boys. Steady making Brian. Newborn, Newland, what are you doing? Who are you screwing?
And he said he never knew a police officer had more children than a black man. I remember saying that in a video. That was crazy.
Codeine got clean, you know what I mean? From the Adams County Sheriff Department, your apartment, still in starship, usually a stoner with all his friends. But now he pulls them over and he steals their in. Wanna be rapper with no freestyle. His brother William, petrified.
You stay nothing but facts. You stay nothing but facts here.
In my house and Robbie was your brother's house. Robbie was your brother. Leave me alone. His money still me your son. Your brother Robbie, the real drug dealer. Your uncle, the real kidnapper and killer. Congratulations to the flag.
You pimping on the asses. That boy. All right, let's get into this next one here. This is another song that just came out 2 weeks ago. So that came out 2 weeks ago. This one came out 2 weeks ago. It's at over 500,000, 600,000. This one right here 2 weeks ago and it's 3.4 million. All right, so let's jump into this one right here. Yeah, see what I mean? So he shot these videos in the same day. So, because he's wearing the same outfit. So he was hype after he won, so.
Mine, I seen the corruption of the Adams County cops, stealing money, stealing cake, when they make their traffic stops, first they screw you.
And he won't let up. He will not let up off of these goddamn people at all. You know, he's just sticking it to them before he won, after he won, and still going in. And now the news is involved, and all people are involved in this. So that's why I say, man, support it, because it's a win for us.
And then they see me take and dismiss claims, the proofs on the internet. Afroman will bring it to ya. Afroman is gonna do ya. Afroman is gonna screw ya. My proofs on the internet. Mine eyes have seen informants get busted with felonies. Tell the cops I'm a kidnapper and I sell a lot of keys. Raid my house and can't get pissed, cause the dungeon don't exist. On the internet. Afroman will bring it to ya.
Yeah, boy.
Afroman is gonna do ya.
Look at that.
My gate don't operate, and my door is on the floor. My camera's disconnected, Lisa.
Damn whore. Hell no. He put the damn cop between his damn legs with a Photoshop. That's crazy.
On the internet. Afroman will bring it to ya.
All right, that's enough of that one right there. So, I just wanted to play. And I mean, damn, in 2 weeks, he got 3.4 million on this one. This is like, man. This is, just think if everybody sticking to these people this way. You know what I'm saying? Every time they mess with you. Okay? Instead of doing all these filings and stuff, because he lost his case with that he filed. He countersued against them and he lost. Okay? So he won the case of them trying to come at him. Okay? Saying that it was for defamation. So all right, so I want to play this one right here. Make sure the volume up.
The right to do everything you
Under the circumstance that I got freedom of speech, after they run around my house with guns and kick down my door, I got the right to kick a can in my backyard, use my freedom of speech, turn my bad times into a good time. Yes, I do. And I think I'm a sport for doing so. I go to their house, kick down their doors, flip them off on their surveillance cameras, then try to play the victim and sue them.
You were at Lisa Phillips's deposition, correct?
Yes, sir.
In your lawyer's office.
Yes, sir.
Same office where you filmed part of that video last Friday.
Yes, sir.
You saw how upset she was when she was answering your lawyer's questions about how this had affected her, right?
Yes.
And you saw your attorney say, do we need to take a break?
Yes.
And you saw her say, no, let's go on and get this over with.
Yes, sir.
You saw all that.
Yes.
You knew she was upset.
Just like she knew I was upset when she was standing in front of my kids with AR-15. They were carrying around the trigger ready to shoot me. Just like she knew I was upset and she cut my cameras. But I'm not a person, she is. So I'm sorry for being a victim. Let's talk about the predators.
Ooh,
Okay.
ooh.
So you saw all that. You saw how upset she was. You heard the testimony about her children. You heard the testimony at the depositions about Randy Newland's daughter who came home upset. You heard all that. But you're still posting stuff about it.
Yeah, he said he made a song. This song right here is a Randy Newland. That's Brian Newland right there. But the daughter of one of the cops was upset. So he made the song, upset all the cops, the whole damn station, and their daughters. So see when you use music to fight back. So do y'all kings and queens see why I make the music that I make for y'all to be inspired for these people? They're getting mad at me right now. There have been people that I mailed tax classes to, and if you haven't got your tax class, you need to let me know, because they're going in, the USPS is going in, and you know it goes to the Capitol first, so the state secretary of them is involved in it, and they take this mail that I sent out to y'all, and they sent it back to y'all, said I signed for it, which I didn't sign for it to be returned, which is all a lie. Queen Refined, they know that. That ain't my damn signature, and I'm about to do a identity theft report on them on King Stevian, because I didn't sign no documents to have anything returned. And there's somebody that claimed that they, one of the kings, King Ramick, he bought 2 tax classes. 2. Okay? And that's $600 and some. And it never got to him. Neither one. So just like he's being attacked, all of us are under attack in some shape or form. And we need to go on the attack. Okay? So trust me. He just set the road for everybody to ride on, okay? They can't sue you for defamation, because that's like Drake crying like a big-ass baby trying to sue Kendrick Lamar, and he lost. Same thing with these cops. They lost. So what are we supposed to do to attack them if you want to go slap one of them? Slap them with the music. Point blank, period. All right?
You don't understand, he was Randy's fault and all of their fault for coming to my house in the first place. So if they hadn't came to my house, their children wouldn't be saying nothing. None of this would be going on if they had did their research and did things right. So all of this is their fault. And now they want to sue me for their mistake.
Amen.
Is there anything that could change your mind about what you're doing to these deputies?
Is there anything that can change my mind about the fact that they shouldn't have been in my house in the first place? Is there anything that can change my mind about how my money should have been touched in the first place? No.
Amen. You said no.
That's all the questions I have. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You said no. You're welcome. See that? You said pretty much I ain't letting up off their asses. Okay? All right, so let's go over here to the Fair Use Act. Now, remember I said at the beginning of the video that you might say this ain't Fair Use Act. Yes, it is, because your stuff is already copywritten once you do it. Okay? And what I mean by copywritten, I mean the filming that he did. This is like going back into the lawsuit with Cameron. Cameron tried to sue this woman, I think it was a woman, or a guy, was it a woman or a guy? Of course, can't be nothing else, can be a dog. But anyway, because she took a picture of him, and she copywrote it. And he tried to sue, and when he got to court, the judge said pretty much first in line, first in time. Okay? So once it's taken, it's copywritten anyway. And now they can bring it to the public. Okay? When you're in the public, person can do whatever the hell they want to do. That's why it's illegal to record somebody without their permission. Because that's private. It's not public. It's only public if you make it public. Or you work for the public officials. Are you out there in the wide open doing it? Okay? So if I was at a party DJing and someone took some pictures of me, that's fair use. It's copyrighted because they took it first. First in line, first in time. Okay, so let's read this so I can give you all a great understanding of this, because I wanted to break that down to you first so you understand why he's using his own fair use of what he used. See, because once he did it, recorded it, it was copyrighted. So now he get to use it and make fun of whatever he used. See, that's a bad thing right there. You use your own material to bring to the public. So you got your private deeds. You got a right to bring it to the public, send it to these people to settle the debt. It's a fair exchange. That's under the IRS. So if you exchange your music, this music that you bought from me, boom. It's in the public. Now it went through the channels, transmitting utility. Now they're liable. They're able to be taxed with an 8288A and 8288B. Okay? And you get your refund with an 8288. All right? So fair use is a U.S. legal doctrine, Section 107, we're going to get to that, of the Copyright Act that permits limited use of copyrighted material without permission, so he didn't have to use permission. Fair use. It's public. So if the cops did this, like everybody's got these news reports going on, the cops can't stop them from reporting it because it's in the public. It's fair use. Okay? And that material came from who? Afroman. So they're only reporting news on what Afroman put out from the private into the public. Once it's in the public, you can take it and make it public as well, but it has to line up with fair use. So understand, I hope you get it. I'm trying to drill this in where you can really, really get it. He used fair use on his own stuff. Okay? And when I say that, I mean the material that was recorded, because it was in the private. And he brought it to the public once he made the videos, and now I keep feeding off of that, making more and more videos. All right. Permits limited use of copyrighted material without permission for purposes such as criticism. Okay, that's what it was. He criticized them. News, it was news reporting. Teaching, he taught in that. Research, definitely did research. Okay, it balances, and that's exactly what all of it does. Creator rights with what? Public interest, and he gained public interest by evaluating 4 factors. Let's check them out. Purpose. What was the purpose? Okay. They claimed they had a warrant. Transformative, non-commercial. Okay, so he transformed it by making a joke of it. 2, nature of work. Nature of work. What's the nature of the work? Okay, well, the nature of the work was they had a false warrant. He made music out of it. They broke in his house. The big officer wanted a piece of pound cake. He kept staring at it, kept hovering over it. I should have went back and investigated to see if he took a slice. But anyway, next, amount used. Amount used. Okay, because this is evaluated 4 factors. That's 1, 2. Okay, we're on 3. Amount used. Okay, and market impact. And it definitely had an impact on the market. The amount used is just unlimited. Okay, but it's his own stuff, so he would have to sue himself, which he's not going to do. Okay, and you can do fair use on your own stuff, and that's what I'm going to do on a lot of things that I have. Okay, that's why when I do my previews, that's like fair use. The reviews of every video, fair use. Okay, so I hope you get it. purpose of fair use doctrine, the core purpose is to foster creative and intellectual exchange. How did he exchange it? With the public. By allowing reasonable, unlicensed use of copyright works. Of course, he ain't going to do a license for itself. Okay? Use of copyright work, preventing copyright from stifling free speech. So there it goes, just like I was telling y'all. And then that's what stifling. But anyway, he in court he kept saying free speech. At the end of his court case when he won, he said freedom of speech is alive, pretty much. Okay, and academic progress. Okay. So, purpose and character is to use commercial or non-profit education, which he did. He didn't make a profit, that's right, because he said he only did it, made the music so that way he could get the money to pay for his door and the damages. Is it transformative? Adding new meaning or purpose, according to Copyright Alliance. Nature of the copyrighted work. Using factual works is more likely to be fair than using highly creative works, e.g. films, there you go, novels, as stated on the NYU Library's research studies. Amount and substantiality. How much of the work was used? Using small, non-essential portions is more likely to be fair than taking the heart of the work. Well, all of it was the heart of the work because they broke into man's house. But it depends on what song is using it on, so you got to line that up as well. What did the song deal with when he showed the clips? Okay. Market effect. Does the new use deprive the copyright owner of income? No, it didn't, because it's his works, and he didn't make no money off top from that. It came after the fact. And it wasn't to make a profit. See, and that's the key right there. You can make money, but it isn't to make a profit. Okay? They deprive the copyright owner of income or undermine a new potential market for the original work. Say Harvard University extras. So let's go back into the market effect. So since he used his own stuff, and he wasn't doing it for a profit, now let's go into the news people who did a report on the story. Okay? So this will line up with them. Okay? Does the new use deprive the copyright owner of income or undermine a new potential market? No, it doesn't. So that means it gave him income, which it did, because if you go back to the chart, he's number 3 and number 4 based off of the news. So if say the end he was to try to sue the news for doing a report on the story and his music, then it wouldn't line up, because these things right here they would bring up in court, these 4. Okay? So y'all need to know this because it lines back up with your copyright. Remember I told y'all who are getting the song, copyrighted song? So if they're going to use your name and your address, so this is why I told all y'all should have did the name and the address. So once that's copywritten, no one can use your name, no one can use your address, and if they use it's supposed to be 20% of the words. 20% of the words is would only be maybe your first and middle name. Let me pull it up real quick. I'm on my calculator now. Let me see. So pull this up. So I do 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that is 6, 7, 8. So that's 9. 20% of 9 means 1.8. So that means they can only use 1.8 words, about 2 words, if they're going to do it for private use. And you know the courts are not doing anything for no goddamn private use. So it ain't they can't use that in court. So that's a copyright strike against them. Okay? So do y'all see why we are doing the copyright and doing the song copyright with the address? Okay? I know some of you out there trying to figure out how to do it. No, I'm not going to tell you. Okay? Go look up my song on YouTube, Stevie Tyrone Thompson, and you'll see it. Okay? Now, it says common examples of fair use is quoting. Okay? And this is what a lot of the newscasters are doing. Parody. That's what he did with the video. He did a parody. That's what it is. You know, a whole album of parodies. News reporting. That's news reporting, too. News reporting and quote, because in the news reporting, they quoted certain things from it. See? Academic use. Copying a few articles for a classroom. So a lot of people that are on YouTube that are lawyers and attorneys, they're on YouTube right now going over the case. So it's for articles for a classroom. And that's what I did when I was just showing y'all all those videos. So none of those videos can say, hey, I'm sitting here trying to make money off of it. Because, hell, I don't even make no money off YouTube. Okay? A few dollars here and there, but, you know, you want to get that a little bit, go ahead and get it. I don't care. But that's one of the reasons why I play Afroman's music, so he will get all the rights. He'll get all the music rights to this video. So that means he get paid from this video. I don't get paid from this video. He do. So I'm doing this to support him. All right? They got misconceptions. Y'all can read that in your own time. Just type in Fair Use Act on Google and you'll get it. So 17 U.S.C. Code 107. Limitations on exclusive rights, fair use. And we just went over that. You know, all that stuff here. Got misconceptions. All this stuff here. And they break it down. 17 U.S.C. Code 107. Okay? So I'm going to just skim over this. They got the purpose, character of use, nature of the copyrighted work, the amount of substantial of the portion used, everything that we just talked about, the effect of the use upon the potential market for or value of the copyrighted work. And again, it is copywritten once you publish it and once it's recorded. Okay, so it's it says, let me read this. Notwithstanding the provisions of Section 106 and 106A, the fair use of a copyrighted work, including such use, and keep in mind, go back to the code, 26 U.S.C. 1231? I can't remember it. But anyway, the code always quote where it says whether it's copywritten or not. Okay? My brain is kind of foggy right now. But anyway, it says such use by reproduction in copies or phono records. Copies, gotta know what copies is. I'm making copies of all those videos, his music, right now on YouTube. Okay? And that's why I get paid for it. And that's one of the main reasons I played his music. Or phono records or by any other means specified by that section for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, including multiple copies for classroom use, scholarship, or research. It is not an infringement of copyright. In determining whether the use made of a work in any particular case is a fair use, the factors to be considered shall include. And then it got the same thing we went over already. Okay? So, then you got U.S. Copyright Office Fair Use Index. And it goes down pretty much talking about the same exact thing. So, precept upon precept. Upon two witnesses, 1, 2, let it be established. Well, we even got 3, which they took it from these 2. So this is why it's established on Google under the AI, because it pulled it from the 2 witnesses. 17 U.S.C. Code 107 and U.S. Copyright Fair Use Index. But it also gives you these right here. Copyright Alliance, Research, New York University Libraries Research Guides, okay? And then it went down to Harvard University experts. So more than 2 witnesses. So it's still established. Just upon the 2, okay? So, kings and queens, that is it I just want to break this stuff down to y'all, show y'all, give y'all another side of this that y'all didn't see. Break down public and private and public to y'all to show you how he was able to do what he's doing and why he's standing firm on it. Because he's in the music industry. He knows this copyright stuff like I know it. And I've been trying to teach y'all this and show y'all why what I'm doing for y'all works and why it stands firm. And you can use this in court to sue someone if they're violating your copyright. Okay, or using your material, why you got the right to tax them, okay? And if they're making a profit, that's why on the 1099B, it has proceeds. Because when you put those proceeds, the proceeds is everything, the principal and the interest, that's what they're taxed on, okay? The bartering amount, I think it's box 13, is the same as the proceed box, okay? And the cost box, because it costs you the principal and the interest from your silver, gold, or your music. Okay? I told you this stuff always linked back up. Y'all just need to understand how to freaking use it. A lot of y'all out there trying to pay bills, y'all really don't even have to pay that mess. They're using your name. Y'all need to put them on notice. Send them a copy of the copyright notice that's been authenticated by the state, along with the cease and desist letter that you get from me with the barcode. Okay? 1099A, 1099B, 4797 form. Send that to they behind because they use it without permission. Once you tell them to stop using, they have to cease. Okay? Now, when you hit them with them copyrights, the copyright might be more than your goddamn house if you ain't standing in a multi-million-dollar house. Okay? Even though the copyright's $100 million, double this $200 million, the land might go up to $50 million. I think we say it's $50 million for the copyright. Y'all guys are safe. Some of y'all just still twirling your thumbs, scratching your head, see how the hell this works. Take it from an expert, okay, who knows this stuff. And y'all will be safe. Y'all running around here going on that goddamn, what's the name of that goddamn Copyright Depot? Let me go over here, man. Let me go over this mess before I get out of here. Copyright Depot. And they talking about you got a copy. That ain't no damn copyright. Anybody can put your name on a damn website. When you get your damn website, it's already copyrighted. Because that's the name of your website. Okay? It's only a domain name, though, because it got .com in it. Okay? So, it says price for copyright. Let's go over here. Now, the price depends. You got US dollars, $17. Y'all going on a website to do a fucking copyright. That is not a copyright. It's not a copyright. Matter of fact, let me, I want to go because I want to find somebody's copyright. Trying to find archives. Let's go to archives. It says it in there. 2026. Find a copyright. Let me see. John. I'm going to put John Doe. They don't have John Doe, but they got Brandon Urban. This is stupid. This is so stupid and ignorant. Because I'm going to show y'all why. Because they're using, see this right here? This is not a copyright, y'all. I'm going to show y'all why. So my copyright number, that's their number, right? So they got the description, got all this. They got country, United States of America. They got the pseudonym John Doe. Now, they got copyright valid in 177 countries. Watch this. This is what I want y'all to see. The Berne Convention. I'm going to break down to y'all why this is not a copyright. Right? I'm going to show you. We're going to go to search Google. We'll go over that in a minute. Because I want to read this down here. Something I wanted to look for. Educate y'all on this stuff. Let's go over here to the Berne Convention. It was something I was looking for. All right, the Berne Convention for protection of Pay attention. Literary and artistic works. Works. Literary. What is literary works? Let's just go look up the definition. I'll look that up. Break this damn thing down for y'all. So y'all can understand how whoever told y'all, whether it was Jonah Bay or whoever the hell told y'all that, they know what the hell they were talking about. 1886 is the primary international treaty governing copyright. Do y'all understand that? That means that each country has their own rules and laws to copyright. Now, when it's dealing with copyright, it's dealing with literary works and artistic works. Okay? So, what is a fucking literary work? You can't, listen, a literary work is not a name, unless it's done the way we do it, and we're the first to ever do it this way. But they're not doing it that way. Okay? So you would have to have something that comes from that country that you establish in, backing up what you're doing with the Berne Convention or copyrightdepot.com. Okay? So if you don't have the copyright that you got with me, you can't do it. And first of all, that's not a copyright, putting it on their damn website, just to let you know. It's not at all. They don't solidify nothing. They're not a copyright office. Do you see how silly that is? It is the primary international treaty governing copyright insurance creators in over 180 member countries. And you know what member countries those are? The ones that's part of the Hague receive automatic reciprocal protection for their works across. So that means you got to be established in that country first before it becomes reciprocal. What does reciprocal mean? It's a reflection of something in one place. So if I did looked in the mirror, that's a reciprocal of me in the mirror. Okay? Reciprocal protection. So it's the same protection from that one country to another. Have you established yourself in the U.S. first? No, you haven't. So that means putting it on Copyright Depot don't mean jack. And they're running game on y'all. For their works, it requires minimum standards of protection, including moral rights and minimum copyright terms, usually life plus 50 years. Okay? In the United States, when you do a copyright, it's 70 years. Okay? And it changes up a little bit more based on what's going on if someone redid the copyrights, changed the copyrights around. Okay? So, just going down here, they got translation, adoption, revisions, administration by the World Intellectual Property Organization, WIPO. Okay? Now keep in mind, this is dealing with this here. Literary and artistic works. So let's go over here. Literary and artistic works are original intellectual creations protected under copyright law. So, are you under copyright law or are you under the public? See what I'm saying? Encompassing everything from books, that's literary now. So, let's go back to this. Is this a fucking book? Is John Doe a book? Where's the words of the book? It ain't no damn book, so it can't be a copyright. All this is a site of notice. And it's crazy because they put Brandon Mitchell Irvin McCoy, but right here it says this other name is John Doe. John Doe is public domain, you dumbass. That's public domain. Books. This ain't no damn book. It's a name. Poems. This ain't no damn poem. Where's the song? Where's the poetry at? Nowhere. Nowhere. Musical compositions. That's music. This ain't no damn music. I don't hear nothing. Okay? 2 paintings. Break it all the way down. Is this a painting? Is this a painting? No damn painting either. Where's the picture? Sculptures. You know what ain't no sculpture? Computer programs. The Berne Convention, 1886, provides international protection covering various forms of expression and granting authors, so is this person an author? Where's your proof you're an author? Well, let's go to the IS, is that the ISNI.com? This is what, now y'all see, I told y'all this stuff connects. Did I not tell y'all that? ISNI, let's see, ISNI registration. Oops. No, let's do search. Let's do search. I was going to end the video, but so let me go a little deeper here. Because I do this and break this down so y'all can understand this stuff. Because a lot of y'all just think I'm just sitting out here throwing some shit y'all way. And that is not the case at all. I told y'all if it don't connect, reject. Okay? So, we're going to type in King Stevian. See if that in there. It should be in there. Look King Stevian up. Okay? There go King Stevian right there. There go my ISNI number. Okay? Now, what did it got me as? It got me as musical sound recordings, creator. Okay? So creator can still be an author. Creation class, musical sound recordings. Okay? It's my ISN right there. Okay? Now, let's go back over here. So it says forms of expression granting authors control over how their works are used. So let's go to YouTube. Let's go to YouTube. I'm going to go to YouTube so I can show y'all exactly how this stuff goes. Precept upon precept. Upon 2 witnesses, let it be established. Okay, so we're going to type in Stevie, Tyrone. For y'all who haven't heard the copyrighted song or how y'all copyright going to go, this is how it's going to go. Okay? So there's the song right there. There's one right there. Here's the other copyright right there. Okay? There go the name copyright right there for Stevie Tyrone Thompson. There you go right there. There's the deed that was read. So we're going to start it with this one. Let's go to this one right. That's 61. See, it's 145 minutes and seconds long. In order for it to be a song, it has to be 1 minute and 30 seconds or more. Just to let y'all know. All right? So let's go. Listen. See how I broke the syllables down? Stevie Tyrone Thompson. Okay? So if you were to say just the address, and that was a P.O. box that I had when I first started this. So if you were just to say it straight up, the name and the address, it'll go probably some seconds. Not even a full minute. So what I did was I slowed it down. I said it slow, very slow, where it can be heard. Then I came back again and slowed it down, made the beat, put it behind it, done. Now, what that does, it makes the lyrics long as the song. Okay? So it lines back up with what I was telling you. Okay? So I just want y'all to hear it so that way y'all see how this goes and how it becomes a song. Okay? And remember, under fair use, you can only use the first two words. That'd be Stevian Tyrone, that's it. They can't even use the address. And I got a couple other copyrights for the other addresses I have, so, you know, they can't use that. Okay? All right? So, again, control over their works, of how their works are used, including reproduction, translation, and performance. Performance rights. Performance. So when they call you in court, they want you to do what? Perform. They want you, first thing they ask you to do in court is, what is your name? What is your address? Let's go back here. Name and address is in this copyright. So if you say that name and address in court, you tell them, hey, if I say the name and I say the address right here, then y'all going to be charged $100 million plus 100 acres of land. Can y'all confirm that y'all agree with that or understand that? That the courts won't move. Show them your copyright. Show them your Library of Congress copyright document. Right? See, this is what I was telling y'all. Afroman knows the copyright system. He knows public and private. So he knows how to beat them. That's why he was so comfortable in court. And this is how you should be. You should never act out of anger. You should know and stand firm on what you have and know what it does for you. It protects you. Okay? So now your name is being able to be used for your WIFIT, for your estate, for your foreign grantors trust. I come in Stevie Tyrone Thompson name. Your name John Alex Doodoo. I come in John Alex Doodoo name. John Alex Doodoo Trust. John Alex Doodoo Estate. John Alex Doodoo WIFIT. John Alex Doe Doodoo non-WIFIT. I'm using the name. I'm coming in his name for the purpose of the profit so that way it can be given to the beneficiaries. All about the beneficiaries, the sons, the daughters, the grandbabies, your bloodline. When you're dead and gone, your name will live on. So know that this copyright depot is not a copyright. People go over here and just put the name of it. It's a reflection or reciprocal of what you've done in whatever country that they have, these 177 countries. Just click on it. These countries here. And you're not in none of these countries. Okay? So when you get your stuff authenticated, and you got to authenticate your copyright that you have from me, you get it authenticated in all these countries, all the 177 here, then you know what? Then you're protected. Then you can come over here and put that name over here. But putting it over here don't certify a goddamn thing. Nothing whatsoever. It's just notice. It's just a notice that that name is up under one of these countries. So you don't need this site. You can go create your own website and put a page called your all caps name, first, middle, and last. The name you were born with, of course, because that's the name that they robbed from y'all while y'all abandoning y'all names. Okay? So, let's go here. I'm going to say this and I'm about to get out of here. Literary works expressed in words, numbers, or symbols, such as books, articles, scripts, and computer programs. Going back here, this is none of that. This is none of that. None whatsoever. Artistic work, you know it ain't no artistic work, including painting, style of painting, drawing, sculpture, photography, and architectural designs. It ain't none of that. So how the hell you copyright? Write it. A copywritten. This is crazy. And then they sitting around here thinking that this is a copyright. This site is a scam. It's a scam. Now, if you had a trademark symbol, then it would kind of line up with one of the forms of expression here. Okay? But even over here in the literary works, it says numbers are symbols, such as, and it says such as books. So they broke this down for these. Because I can have a full paragraph in numbers. Okay? I can talk in symbols. That's why the aliens talk in symbols when they leave them on the earth. All words. So I hope y'all getting why it says words, numbers, or symbols. It's not one symbol, it's not one number, and it's not one word. It goes and says such as books, meaning paragraphs put together as a story, biographies, that type of thing, articles, scripts, and computer programs. Computer program is not one word. It's not 3 words. If you know a computer program that can do 3 words, then maybe. I'm just breaking this stuff down to y'all so y'all can understand copyright law, fair use works. This is an education for every last one of y'all that's going in step 1, okay, doing the copyright and the assumed name, okay? And this is also a pre-up to the patent of your name, that of the video that I'm supposed to do for y'all, showing y'all how to get it done up under $100. Okay? So let this be step 1, pre-step lesson. All right? And with that being said, wait a minute, let me go back over there. I gotta go to Afroman. I gotta go back. Let me see where I do it. Right here. Let's go back to Afroman. See, I got any more. No.
So what they
I want that one. That's Raw Wave. I don't listen to that yet. I want to listen to that. I got to hear the Pound Cake. I want to hear the Pound Cake song. I've played the Pound Cake song. All right. I'm going to let that play for a minute, but I'm going to play the video. All right. If you use this information to get free, do not blame me. Blame the L, the O, the R, the D. Won't he do it? Oh, yes, he'll do it. So what you need to do is get this knowledge and start to pursue it. I'm King Stevian, representing the 100 Kings and the 100 Queens. I am out. All right. Leaving y'all with the lemon pound cake. All right? Cake. Peace.
The Adams County Sheriff kicked down my door. Then I heard the glass break. They found no kidnapping victims, just some lemon pound cake. Mama's lemon pound cake. It tastes so nice. It made the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slice.
Of what?
Lemon pound cake. He wanna put down his Glock. Lemon pound cake. Trending on TikTok. Lemon pound cake. He's a family guy. Lemon pound cake. The munchies because he got hot. Lemon pound cake. Pound cake. He's a Adams County Sheriff. He's hungry and he's big as hell. He was sniffing for weed. Then he smelled another smell.
What was that?
Mama's lemon pound cake. It tastes so nice. It made the sheriff wanna put down his gun and his glide. Lemon pound cake, trending on TikTok. Lemon pound cake, he's a family guy. Lemon pound cake, the munchies because he got high. Lemon pound cake, pound cake. He sees my cake and my porno mag call boom boom. Something happened to his camera on the way to the evidence room. Mama's lemon pound cake, it tastes so nice. Make the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slice.
Of what? Of what?
Lemon pound cake, he wanna put down his glide. Lemon pound cake, trending on TikTok. Lemon pound cake, he's a family guy. Lemon pound cake, the munchies because he got high. Lemon pound cake, pound cake. Lemon pound cake, he wanna put down his glide. Lemon pound cake, trending on TikTok. Lemon pound cake, he's a family guy. Lemon pound cake, the munchies because he got high. Lemon pound cake, pound cake.